Fellow alchemists, you have been informed, you have been intrigued, and you have been inspired. Elixir is clearly a thing, and you want to do your bit on helping this language and this community to thrive and grow. Or maybe you just don't want to learn it all of your own. So, what can you do? Well, you can join your local meetup, and you can get involved and help it thrive. But what if there is none? Well, that's easy. Start one. Go to meetup.com and being registered as an organizer. Now that's the first easy step. Thankfully, all the subsequent steps are equally easy as long as you have a little bit of foresight. You need a plan. Who are coming to your first meetup? Do you know them? Do they know each other? Few might, but probably far from everyone. Expect unfamiliar faces, and how are you going to make them feel welcome? Well, for example, you can have them introduce themselves. Tell them a little bit about who they are, and make sure that you start off the meetup with everyone getting to know each other. If everyone is seen, heard, and acknowledged, well, that makes them so much more inclined to become active participants going forward. That's great. Now, what are they going to do? Well, unless you already have a solid speaker lineup booked for the next few meetups, try a hack night instead. Hack nights are really good starting off like this because they're hands-on and you learn by doing. People can pair up, bring their own projects, pair up on working on them. They might not have one project of their own, but they can always tag along with someone else. And what if, though, if they don't actually have one of these projects? Well, Exercism. Exercism is a brilliant place where you can download a few exercises in a multitude of languages, including Elixir. You do these exercises, upload them, and get critique from your fellows. You can do a hack night on this theme. Have people pair up, work on the exercises, critique each other, and that way starting to learn how to program Elixir. There's another really good benefit of doing hack nights, and that's the fact that it's so much easier to get someone to say a few words, 5 minutes talking about what they've actually been doing that night, instead of saying, well, I'm going to start a meetup and I want you to be the first speaker. You don't know anyone who's coming. Much easier to have a hack night and have them present what they've been doing during that night. Now, another way, if you don't want to do the exercism, you can do something different. For example, you can bring your own project, or you can have a task for the attendees to perform. And you get bonus points if you do it with a twist. During our first hack night, I facilitated a mob programming session. Which we split the group in two, and each mob got one computer hooked up to a TV or a beamer, and they got a problem: build a key value store. And these are the requirements. Here are a few properties of the system that it's supposed to have. And both teams, in typical mob programming style, they switched driver every 5 minutes or so. So everyone got some time, some hands-on time, and when they weren't in possession of the keyboard, they were navigating. At the end of the evening, they demoed. They got to demo their solutions, and to my delight, both had completed the task within just a few hours. Worked really nicely. Awesome. Keeping in touch between meetups. IRC channels or Slack is excellent for this. So we've set up our own little Slack channel. I recommend you try the same. Also, be visible. Register an official Twitter account for your meetup group. And if you're problem with outreach, if you can't really get out to and know, if not everyone is already following you on Twitter, tweet at ElixirLang or Erlang Central or other well-known Twitter accounts, and they'll be sure to help you out with this regard. Also, This is me. I'm organizing the Stockholm Elixir Meetup now. Remember what Jose said, you don't have to contribute by submitting pull requests. There are a lot of ways that you can have a huge impact on your local tech community. So, thank you.